Welcome to Primetime News and many thanks for joining us. I'm Michael Madimba, and over the next 20 minutes we will bring you the latest developments in local, continental and global stories. Leading tonight's bulletin, Chairperson of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Natural Resources, Tshekero Twea, has accused government of deliberately excluding Namibians from participating in mining with the current application fees to acquire a mining license. Twea expressed this position in Swakopmund on Tuesday during the oversight workshop on maximizing the potentials of the mining and energy sectors in Namibia. Our Irongo regional correspondent Isabel Bento filed our lead report.
An exclusive prospecting license ranges between 2,000 Namibian dollars for 20,000 hectares to 10,000 Namibian dollars for 100,000 hectares. According to Twea, the mining application fees were increased on purpose to make sure Namibians do not take part, adding it is too expensive. He said the committee will deal with the issue and suggested that the Ministry of Mines and Energy review the current fees to consider Namibians who are unemployed and must rely on those particular resources that would at least change their lives through strategic partners that would help them. Twea expressed disappointment that young unemployed Namibians are expected to have such exorbitant amounts of money when they are not even in a position to go and apply for loans at financial institutions. In response, Deputy Minister of Mines and Energy, Cornelia Shilunga, condemned Twea's remarks, stressing that the government's mandate is to take custody of the natural resources and to ensure that they benefit every Namibian person. She explained they did not just wake up and decide to make these changes, they were benchmarked, more especially with the Southern African Development Community region. Shilunga noted that applicants should prove they have technical and financial ability to be able to be in this mining business.
President Dr. Hage Geingob says Namibia suffered tremendous economic hardships and is open to business by foreign investors in an effort to combat the high unemployment rate, especially amongst the youth. Speaking during a courtesy visit at State House by an 11-member Indian business delegation today, Geingob said though Namibia has political peace, the high unemployment rate, particularly amongst the youth, is unenviable and can disrupt peace. Let's listen to a portion of the exchanges.
I hope you will enjoy your stay here and see more and talk to business people who are not business people. It's not politically peaceful, but unemployment, youth unemployment is not a good thing to have. It can disrupt the peace. So while we can boast that we are a peaceful country, we have basic problems. So unemployment of the youth. I told you about the issue of of course, unlike in India, our young people can go there and see how you create your own jobs. It's a big population base because many people create their own jobs. That's why now you're training your son to be that's how it works. So in our case, we don't have that kind of facility, so people have to be employed by somebody, by government, and so that's why it's so high. But they will learn from you if they're going to visit your country, how people in any corner, they have their own businesses and so on and so on. Which later on grow to a big industry, like they are saying.
India and Namibia share a long-standing relationship based on mutual respect, shared values, and a commitment to enhance cooperation across various domains. Over the years, our two nations have nurtured strong ties in economic, cultural, and trade fields, creating a solid foundation for collaboration and growth. Mr. President, your leadership and vision have played a pivotal role in strengthening the ties between our nations. Your commitment to fostering an environment conducive to international partnerships has facilitated the growth of bilateral relations. We greatly appreciate the personal attention you have given to nurturing our friendship, and we are confident that under your guidance, India and Namibia will continue to embark on a path of shared prosperity.
On to tourism-related matters. Environment and Tourism Minister Pohamba Shifita has emphasized the importance of African youth contributing to innovative development programs that are compatible to the Sustainable Development Goals as well as regional tourism programs. Shifeta, at the opening of the African Youth and Tourism Innovation Summit and Challenge at Swakopmund on Wednesday, said young people should aim to become transformational industry change makers as well as future leaders of the tourism sector. A delegation of 13 media professionals from Namibia, which traveled to China for a study tour on the 21st of May, has described the trip as a success. Our reporter Melissa Simiasa was part of the contingent and filed this report.
The delegation visited different cities and historical museums where they had an opportunity to, among others, view historical sites and technology companies. Head of the delegation, Tera Shiwayu, in an interview with Nampa, thanked the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in Namibia and the People's Government of Jiangsu Province in China for according the delegation an opportunity to visit 3 cities. The group further visited the Xinhua Daily Media Group and Jiangsu Broadcasting Corporation, the Sun Yat-sen Museum Center, as well as the Shaohu Historical Block. Assistant news editor at the Namibian newspaper, Teresia Shihenuna, described the trip as a success and an eye-opener to her on how advanced China is in the fields of technology and agriculture.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, where we provide insightful analysis on the latest trends in the world of business and economics. We begin at the fuel pumps. The Ministry of Mines and Energy announced the price of 50 parts per million diesel will decrease by 80 cents per litre, while 10 parts per million diesel will reduce with 60 cents per litre, effective the 7th of June 2023. In a recent statement, the ministry said petrol prices at Walvish Bay will remain $19.78 per litre, while the price of diesel 50 parts per million will be adjusted to $19.05 per litre, and diesel 10 parts per million will now cost $19.25 per litre. More on this.
The statement further noted that a decision was taken to increase the road user charges for road maintenance and construction of new roads by 30% from 148 cents per litre to 178 cents per litre effective 7 June 2023. The ministry said the exchange rate figures for the period of 1st to 26 May 2023 indicate that the Namibia dollar has depreciated against the US dollar at 18 Namibia dollars 92 cents per US dollar as compared to 18 Namibia dollars 16 cents per US dollars at the end of April 2023. The Mines and Energy Ministry remains hopeful that the market will continue to be favorable, especially for net fuel importing countries like Namibia, resulting in consumers paying less for fuel products at the pumps, the statement reads.
Prime Minister Sarah Kuongelo-Amadila emphasized on how the country is committed to harness the power of technology, especially the fourth industrial revolution. She added the new technology can improve government services and private sectors. Kuongelo-Amadila stated this during a courtesy visit at State House by a delegation of 11 business investors from India earlier in the day. Let's have a listen.
As investors in Namibia as a country, we are committed to harness the power of technology the fourth industrial revolution especially, to improve government services to the public, including the private sector. So we are automating a number of our services, so you will be able to file your taxes online and get it processed instantly. Soon we will be able to also receive tender bids online and make awards similarly. We think this improves efficiency, it reduces costs, but it also reduces chances of unethical conduct, because there is no face-to-face engagement between investors and administrators. We have some gaps that we still have to close, but we have covered a lot of ground, and we are confident that together with our partners in the business sector, we would be able to cover the remaining ground and have all of us to prosper on the basis of the opportunities that exist in Namibia. And we have access to international markets. So when you come to Namibia, you don't have to be worried about us being 2.5 million because we have duty-free access to very large markets that you will be able to access much more competitively than you probably have been able to from India.
This concludes our top news segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by a detailed weather forecast. ends our Sport Planet segment with the Bundesliga. Borussia Dortmund CEO says the club should not fear any long-term consequences. That is despite dramatically missing out on the Bundesliga title. Dortmund just needed to beat Mainz at home to win their first championship since 2012. Instead, they drew 2-2 and Bayern Munich's Jamal Musiala struck on 89 minutes for a 2-1 victory at Cologne, which gave the Bavarians an 11th straight title. Vasquez said Dortmund had not been broken by a bomb attack on their team bus in 2017, nor by the late defeat in the Champions League final against Bayern Munich in 2013. Staying with football. A statement released by Manchester United revealed forward Anthony Martial has been ruled out of Saturday's FA Cup final against rival City due to a hamstring injury. Martial was hurt in United's final Premier League game of the season after coming off the bench on Sunday against Fulham, and scans have revealed the full extent of the damage. The statement added, Anthony Martial is out of Saturday's Emirates FA Cup final against Manchester City due to injury. The French international strained his hamstring towards the end of Sunday's 2-1 win against Fulham at Old Trafford, United's home ground. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. This brings us to the end of tonight's broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to join us again tomorrow for the latest developments in local, continental and global headlines. From myself, Michael Madimba, and the entire production team, it's good night.